Hello, and welcome to day 3 of Move, Sweat, and Flow. Today we're going to be working on animal flow patterns. So we're going to focus on the basics today. We have static beast, static crab, and some transitions between the two. What I would like for you to do today is watch this video in its entirety and then go back and review the workout that is written out for you in the email. So, what I'm going to have you do right now is find some space. You're going to come down onto all fours. Your hands are going to be directly underneath your shoulders. Your knees are just slightly in front of your hips. Eyes are gazing right at the fingertip or right between the fingertips in front of you. You're going to slide those shoulders down your back. Draw those abs in. Press away from the floor. And then start to lift your knees up so that way your shins become parallel with the floor. This is static beast. You're going to hold this position for 5 seconds and then reset back down on the ground. And then come back up into that static beast, holding for 5 seconds, maintaining normal breathing as you do this, and then come back down. The next exercise we're going to work on is still from static beast, but we're going to be lifting opposite arm, opposite leg. So the protocol is the same, pressing firmly through your hands, pressing yourself away from the floor. Those knees come off the ground, shins come to parallel, and you're going to lift right arm, left foot, just ever so slightly, and then come back down. Switch to the other side. Now this doesn't have to be a huge movement. It doesn't have to be a big lift. Just think of lifting just high enough that you can slide a piece of paper underneath your hand or underneath your foot. As you are doing this, try to make sure that your back stays nice and flat. Try not to let those hips lift up. Make sure those eyes are still gazing right towards those fingertips so that way we keep a nice neutral spine. And make sure to breathe throughout. Good. Next exercise is going to be static crab. You're going to turn over. And fingertips are going to be pointing away from you. Feet are going to be hip width apart. You're going to lift your hips slightly off the ground. Chest is lifted. Holding this position for 5 seconds. And then returning back down to the ground. As you drop your hips down, make sure you don't let your shoulders round forward. Keep that chest lifted. And then again, lift up for 5 seconds. Good. From here, just like we did with the static beast, we're going to start to move into lifting opposite arm, opposite leg. So the key with this one is to press firmly through your heels to help stabilize the rest of your body. All right, so here we go. We're going to lift up. Fingertips are pointed away. We're going to start with lifting that right hand, left foot, ever so slightly, and then return to that starting position. Alternate sides. And just like with that static beast, we're trying to minimize our shift in weight from side to side here. There is going to be some shift in weight, let's be honest, but we want to try and minimize that as much as possible. So how are we going to do that? By pretty much squeezing our glutes, rolling those shoulders back, staying nice and firm through our feet and through our hands. Good. So you're holding at the top for just about 1 to 2 seconds, coming back down, and then alternating sides. Perfect. Try not to let your shoulder dip. Try to keep those shoulders square. Awesome. All right, now we're getting into some fun stuff. We're getting into some flows. So what we're going to do here, you're going to be starting from that crab position. We're going to be transitioning using opposite arm, opposite foot, or opposite hand, opposite foot, excuse me. So you may get a little tricked up at first, just like I am right now, just trying to explain this to you, but don't worry about that. The key is to just keep moving and to have fun with it. The more you practice, the more comfortable it'll feel. So here, you're going to start with your left hand, right foot. All right, and now you're going to take that right foot Slowly, you're going to rotate that foot underneath your body as you bring that left hand over the top and come into that static beast position. Pausing there for a second, you're going to continue that circle. So now that right hand and left foot is going to move, and you're going to slowly come into that static crab. How'd that feel? Now you're going to turn around, do the same thing the other direction, and then keep going until you find that static crab again. Good. So here, just play around with the movements for a while, moving opposite arm, opposite leg. You can watch in the video how I try to lift both arms and both legs at the same time, so that way my hips and my shoulders are rotating through. And I pause in between each one to make sure I can reset and regroup. Great. Then once you start to feel comfortable with this, just like the workout says, I'm going to have you set a timer and you're going to flow for 1 full minute at a time and then take a break and then repeat. This may seem a little frustrating at first, but trust me, keep practicing and you'll begin to love it. I also want to give you a heads up because as we get towards the end of this video, I'm not going to have the most flattering angles like this one right here, but you get the idea. One of the things that I like about Animal Flow is like you're not just stuck in one position. You actually get to move around, move fluid. There's really no completely wrong way of doing this. So good. So just think about as you do this, just that hand and foot are moving at the same time. You can take any little break that you need to, but I want you most of all is just to have fun with this. So try it out. Let me know what you think. Next Friday, we'll definitely be building off of this Animal Flow, as well as Monday's going to be more mobility. Wednesday's going to be another little workout, and then a little Flow Friday for everyone. So again, let me know how this feels. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to send me an email and I'm happy to help you out.